Excuse me. Excusez-moi. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with really disgustingly cute dogs. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means that any reading that you purchase is buy one get one free. Going to put some things in the chat, and then I'm going to do the free collective spirit message. Hey, Middle Rain. Welcome back to the haunted house. Nice to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. Really? I thought there was something going on that I probably missed because I was doing other things. Oh yes, Sasha Banks. Ow. I remember that. It's been a long time since I've heard that name though. it's like she just kind of got her wig ripped off and left WWE. She couldn't stand being there or something. At least that's how it felt to me when she just like kind of up and disappeared. She's a pretty good wrestler. I know I always enjoyed watching her. I wonder whatever happened to her. It's like one day she was there and then the next she was not there. It was quite strange. Really? Oh, that sucks. Oh, I can't even. Those kind of people. So I guess she's quite feral. Oh, okay. I always really liked her wigs. I know, a funny thing to like about a wrestler, right? I think the only thing I really disliked about her was when she left WWE. It was like, I felt like she did it because it was leaving a bad taste in her mouth, and not in a way where it was because of the same reason it leaves like a bad taste in your mouth, in my mouth, and the things we've talked about before regarding WWE. I still watch WWE despite the fact that, you know, I'm not really a fan per se of WWE as much as I am, let's say, the athletes. And I enjoy watching the athletes. And I don't pay for any of it. Like, I don't buy into the ESPN sports thing. I don't buy into the Netflix thing. I don't buy into any of the company stock or the company shows. And if I do watch something, you know, I'll order it that day. Or I'll just wait until the next free live. Or, you know, watch some of these channels online that you can find out information on. I like Asuka, I like Rhea Ripley, I like Alexa Bliss. I think they're all pretty good athletes. I'm not too fond of the fact that, like, Nikki Bella has come back. I really like that new champion, I think her name was Morgan, and she just won the Intercontinental Championship. Oh, and that girl Stephanie. Jade's a pretty good wrestler. I'm not sure that any of them are going to be able to top themselves, though. You know, how many more times can we watch Becky and Bliss and Charlotte do the same thing they've been doing for some of the more, yeah, well, that's the thing. Ronda was probably my most favorite, and I don't think that I have found another one that I would have to say is one of my favorites till maybe more recently. I've enjoyed watching Rhea Ripley's athleticism. I mean, plus I feel like there are some of those other wrestlers are like, they're great athletes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm in no comparison the kind of athlete that these women are in any way. Maybe on my guitar, but of course not in the way that they are in the ring. So our athleticism is very different, but one and the same with ambition, dedication, determination, discipline, things like that. So I have watched Rhea Ripley, you know, go from being made fun of to being feared, and that's pretty cool. Without doing too much of the stuff to really tarnish her kind of persona and her brand and her reputation. Because I think that I kind of think that she realized with some of the scripting that goes on, you know, I don't think she wanted to. I think she rethought all that weird scripting stuff that some of those other girls will do for WWE that I'm not noticing in Rhea Ripley anymore since the whole Judgment Day group thing happened. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I totally enjoyed Shayna Baszler. Like, I kind of miss watching. See, I miss girls who are like ruthless like that. Like, that's the kind of athlete that I think is like those ruthless girls like Shayna Baszler, Rhea Ripley, and Ronda Rousey. I like those type of ruthless athletes. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Bianca and Jade and Becky and even that AJ one that came back recently, who's married to CM Punk. They're all great athletes. But there's certainly no Ronda Rousey or Shayna Baszler. You know, they're not ruthless like you thought Jade was a guy. I thought that she was definitely. I thought that she was definitely a very good athlete. But you know, you can be big and strong and be a great athlete, but that doesn't make you the best. It's interesting to watch girls like the Stephanie girl, who's the new La Primera, that's what they call her. I guess she's from Chile, and she is the new women's world champion. It's interesting to watch smaller girls who are more petite like myself, you know, just unload a can of whoop ass on girls like Jade, who are they're so tall and masculine, and you know, they have the body of she a princess of power, you know. Like, it's insane. Her athleticism is like, it's like Charlotte's. It's like, you know, they look like you know, those girls in Avatar, those Avatar girls. Yeah, Ronda's moveset was limited. And I think it really says something. I think it really says something when you know, somebody. I'm also like, one thing that's really turned me off from some of the WWE matches is like the scripting. Like, we all know that no matter where Asuka goes, she's going to have that scripting. That's her brand. That's who she is as an artist. But this whole new crazy act with, like, Bailey, it's really uncomfortable to watch. And watching Becky also lose her mind. Like, who's writing these scripts, and are these women just so are they just so hungry to keep filling up the coffers with coin that they will literally allow a company to make them look absolutely batshit crazy through scripting? I mean, it's just like how I was questioning not too long ago what we talked about regarding the coupling of people who are already married to other people, but they're being scripting, showing that, you know, two people who are married to different people are engaging in some kind of barely legal connection. Like, where do they get off with that? Like, that was another very unattractive scripting for 2025 for me, Mo Ring. Which is kind of mostly why, you know, those are just some of the few things. And the cheating. Like, I didn't grow up watching, you know, wrestlers who, you know, I didn't grow up watching I didn't see a lot of cheating until maybe the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, maybe there was and I just missed it and I didn't realize it or something like that. But I've been, you could call it a Greek thing, but I've been into watching this particular type of, like, sports since I was a little kid. Well, Liv Morgan, like, yeah, Dominique and Liv Morgan, well, it was Rhea Ripley and Morgan. I mean, it was Rhea Ripley and Dominique Mysterio, and now it's Liv Morgan, but that kind of has, since she's kind of left the scene, there's kind of nothing really going on there with that. And I hope they drop it, because I just don't feel like I feel like I just don't feel like sports should be promoting that cheating is okay. You know, whether it's, you know, a set of brass knuckles in Logan Paul's hand, or, you know, Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio playing off some kind of, you know, fake relationship for ratings. It's disgusting and unattractive. And hey, Meryl, welcome back to the Chammy. And hey, let's say Sarman Kumar. Good to see you, Meryl. Welcome back. We're just talking about wrestling. But yeah, I liked Shayna Baszler because she didn't have to have anybody script her brand. Like, she just was batshit crazy, and that was what was so cool about her, is that she was just totally badass gothic chick, and she was gonna kick your ass and didn't have to cheat, lie, steal, or same with Rhonda. Same with Rhonda. Now, some of these girls, though, will be real honest. I'm gonna say this from my perspective as somebody who's been a ballerina most of her life. Some of those girls are kind of klutzy. Charlotte's klutzy. Okay, Metal Rain. Bailey's klutzy. Rhonda and Becky were a little bit klutzy in the beginning, but they got better as they got more. And even Rhea Ripley was a little bit klutzy. Nia Jax is very klutzy. She's gonna always be klutzy. But one person that's really on her mark is Alexa Bliss, and it's really interesting to watch her take an athlete like Nia Jax down. Hey Vishnu, welcome to the Chammy. How are you tonight, or today, or this morning, or this afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever you are? You had a horrible dream nightmare the other night that Rhea Ripley jumped out of a bus and speared Liv Morgan, and Liv's head hit the cement, and they were doing can car on her head. Wait. Put my glasses on so I can see what you're saying. I'm gonna color my hair sometime this week when I get the chance. Crazy dream, Metal Rain. That's just absolutely crazy. I never have crazy dreams like that. If I do have crazy dreams, it's like, you know, people like Elvis talking to me. How did Alexa Bliss betray Bray Wyatt? I thought he died. And she was, like, really fucked up about it for a long time. Pardon my French, YouTube. I'm not really into McDonald's. I really prefer, you know, homemade funeral potatoes are good. Yeah. Yeah, I do readings on interpreting dreams. I think some dreams are mental garbage. I think some dreams are very prophetic. I think some dreams are telling you what your subconscious is you know, trying to let you in on something that maybe you're not aware of. And it just depends on, excuse me, how you are feeling about that dream. Does it feel like it's mental garbage? Does it feel like I would attune Metal Rain's, dream that he had to just probably mental garbage. Hey Zendrick, welcome to the channel. If anybody has any spiritual questions about tarot, questions about love, life, meditation, law of attraction, law of assumption, please feel free to ask. All those kind of questions are always free to ask. Pretty sure someone will have an answer around here, even maybe what your dreams might mean. If you'd like to get a paid reading, tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means any reading that you purchase is buy one get one free. She said she was going to watch a movie because she was tired. I told her we'd miss her, and if she wanted to come by, she should. She doesn't always have to mod if she doesn't, she just wants to come and hang out. What am I? I'm a waitress. What are you? Sorry, I'm just trying to make you laugh. I'm a rock star. Okay, I hope you feel better, Metal Rain. I'm surprised not too many offenders tonight. I wish she was here so she could chill out more with us instead of feeling like she has to always, or anybody shouldn't have to, anybody, even if you're a moderator, should be able to just chill if you want to come by and chat. I feel bad that we're always having to scan for any kind of troll under the bridge. But who knows, maybe we can turn as many possible trolls under the bridge into rainbow trolls under the bridge. Even if it's just gothic rainbow trolls. Your transition as a moron, so proud of you. Why are people such idiots now? Like, Why do people want to make themselves look so stupid? Like, why do they think I give a fuck? Pardon my Frenchy too. I mean, really, like, share the knowledge. Yes, share the knowledge. But why do people want to rage bait instead of engage in, like, intellectual conversation that might actually be stimulating and might learn something, or we might, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why people want to be addicted to so much pain. I have no idea either. I just heal people all day long. I'm having a Chardonnay. Chardonnay, darling. And it's really good Chardonnay. It actually has a sort of tastes like a cross between apricots and peaches. It's not too sweet. It's not too dry. It's got a little spicy oak in there somewhere. I'm not sure which Chardonnay it is. It might have been the black box. It wasn't the rosé one that they got. There's just one rosé one that has like this rose-shaped bottle. What do? I'm a musician and an artist. Do I have a favorite tarot? You mean like, do I have a favorite tarot card? Is that what you mean, sweetheart? I think numerology is pretty cool. It helps me to look at my sister in a whole new way. I don't really know if I would be the person I really am today without, like, my mom telling me my sister was into numerology, and then my mom, like, you know, just being the kind of mom that was super open-minded and open-hearted about, like, the things that her kids wanted to learn about and explore. You know, so, and she just wasn't, my mom just wasn't a very, you know, she just kind of just wanted her kids to be free and open and, you know, make their own choices and be happy with themselves. So, I mean, I got this Love Tarot deck from her. You know, and then when I found out my sister was into numerology, I was like, oh, she's one of those. That was like the first thing I said about my sister when she said the thing about numerology. When my mom said that my sister was into numerology. But then it kind of like, my mind started getting like, you know, I think numerology was like the gateway drug to metaphysics for me. If you want to call it a gateway drug, like you know how they call marijuana the gateway drug to cocaine and heroin. I think it's kind of the other way around, honestly. But anyways, but yeah. So numerology was like for me, it was like the gateway drug to metaphysics and magic and nature and things like that. So yeah, that's what I think about numerology. Gateway to your pantry. Oh, I'm from outer space. Meryl had a little lamp. What? Can I explain numerology? Yeah, it's the art of numbers. Just like music is the art of math. And even if you're bad at math, you can still be good at music. Because somehow... And even if you're bad at music, you can still be good at math. Because somehow math is music and music is math. And math is numerology. How long have I played? Most of my life. Hey Emma, thanks so much for the subscription. Your Metal Rain's bad at both music and math. It's okay. You can learn. I'm pretty sure you have been good at both music and math at some point, Metal Rain. Can I play guitar now? For $75, sure. Sorry, it's a bit of a political statement there that probably you might not understand unless you're from Nashville right now. So Meryl, it's not just pop music now that has tried to take my baby away from me. But there are some things that are going on in this world that I just despise, that I see happening, and taking my baby hostage with the idiocy of some of the most fucked up things that we see every day. I have to actually... I actually have to kind of sit on my hands about this subject. A couple of different things in regards to the music industry and the things that are going on in Nashville. Your scientist, Metal Rain? Yeah, I can see it. Hey, cousin YouTube 404. Love is all around. No one thinks you're trying to be racist, Ari, I promise. my sister's Asian. I don't think she's good at math. Like, she's not a genius or anything at it. My brother's probably a lot better at it than my sister is. My dad's a genius when it comes to math. I'm just like, wow. You know, he could have been like a math professor. And he said his mom was like that too, so I don't know. I'm super impressed by how good my dad is with math. It's disgustingly scary. Like, if he could be as good as he was with math, if he could be with other languages, I think that he could have and could still, you know, maybe have some kind of, do some kind of work in that kind of field where, because he's bilingual, but he's incredibly intelligent at math too. Like, he could have been, my dad could have been a scientist. Well, and I guess he was kind of a scientist. He was a car scientist. Designing, painting, and fixing cars. Car artist. Science was your favorite subject? I'll give you the witchcraft sauce. Go pee on an egg and bury it in a graveyard and take 2 aspirin and call it in the morning. Just kidding, just trying to make you laugh. Oh yeah, absolutely. We should try, definitely. We should inspire, encourage. I don't really know if there's such thing as try. I think try is another one of those fake words like pork. I mean, you wouldn't try to pick up a pencil. I mean, even somebody with no hands wouldn't try to pick up the pencil. They probably would just do it, whether it was like with their toe or their mouth or their chin. It's just a theory I have. Yeah, I just wanted to do art, you know, and music. I liked history. What I did not like, though, is when, like, I already had studied my history or knew about history because I spoke with my parents about it at home, or my brother or sister who, they're 10, 15 years older than me. So, you know, and of course, having parents who had us late in life, you know, they have a lot to teach us with their wisdom. So before going to school, sometimes I was already educated about things that maybe they hadn't taught other kids or talked about yet in school. And I hated how, like, the teacher would try to kind of skew the reality of the real history of things depending on maybe how they wanted me to perceive the outcome that they would have liked to have seen, or the way they perceived it instead of the real truth in history. Like, I'll just never forget having a teacher, a 4th grade teacher or 5th grade teacher, something like that, that told me that, you know, Marie Antoinette was, like, not a real person. And I'm pretty sure that he didn't mean it as if and she was not real. And the fact that, like, you know, he was literally trying to say that story, like, never happened. So I don't know why he did that, but there were a lot of strange things that happened to me in school that made me go from school to school to school, and eventually just tell my parents, mental brain, that I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. You know, tutor me, home teach me, something like that. But Yeah, I'm not going back to a place that I'm not learning anything from. Sorry. Or I'll run away from home. Some, like, crazy shit like that. But they did take me pretty serious. So, like, I didn't really go and have a lot of those, like, I don't have a lot of those hang-ups that maybe kids who went to high school, you know, had or might carry with them throughout. Yeah, if we get enough likes, we'll do Spirit Box. Let me put that up. But I mean, do you blame me? Like, why get up and go someplace every day that you're not learning anything in? So I would try different schools too. I'd go to one school for a couple months and then another school for the next couple months. And if things didn't work out or something happened, I would just move on to the next school. But it just got to the point where it was like, same shit, different place. Hey Yvette, how are you, dear? Let's do your reading, sweetheart. How have you been? Sorry, what? Yeah, homeschooling is the best. Tauruses can definitely hold grudges, especially against themselves. Meryl might be making dinner. I can see your messages. I can see them, dear. But the only ones I've seen, Yvette, is the one where you said, can someone see my messages? Sure, Meryl, what's going on, sweetheart? Why do I look tired? Not sure, honey. But thank goodness the tired look is in these days. Should you start a fire? Yes. I would. If I had the physical wherewith to start a fire right now in my fireplace, I would. But Spirit says yes. It'll comfort you and make it feel just right in there. Hierophant and the Emperor. It's okay, Yvette. I know it's a pain in the... Well, what's a pain in the ass about it? Is it just like getting it going? Or is it cleaning it up and then getting it going? I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's so worth it. You know it. Hey, Lylon. Oh, you get to haul the wood from out back. You know what I do usually? I always keep a few bricks right by the fireplace. I mean, I have my pile from out front, but I always bring them in and have specific different types of logs too. Like always keep a creosote log on file. I always keep some of the Duraflame ones on file, and then just the regular, just wooden, yes, spirit box deer. You know, the regular logs as well. That's a good question. Let's find out what you need to know about that right now. Spirit, I'm calling forth Yvette's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Yvette need to know about Ian? Is Ian being insensitive intentionally? No. Not intentionally. And you're not looking at the energy wrong either. To be quite honest, you both need a little refresher. You both need a little bit of rest. And you'll see in the not too distant future here, it'll be very soon, after you both rest and get this rest, you'll see that your mental clarity is a lot more clear, and you will come back together again. And you'll see that he was never being insensitive, or she was never being insensitive, and that you were not looking at the energy wrong. It was just that you guys needed some rest to gain your clarity altogether. So it's a time of rest after a difficult, maybe emotional upheaval, or maybe there was some kind of new beginning with something that just started and it's made you exhausted. Maybe even in their life a little bit exhausted. Something about work, money, income. So rest, sweetheart. Please rest. Because it's going to be a very busy week. And the rest of the month is going to be very busy with some new opportunities and things happening. What, the doll's eyes are moving? Whose eyes are moving? You mean my doll? This doll here? Yeah, the doll has a spirit in it, so you might be a little bit more sensitive to it and see it, the spirits in the wood. Okay? Don't worry, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just that the spirit in the wood is letting you know it's here. And that it's a playful gesture. It's not trying to scare you or anything like that. Spirit, so what does she need to know about what's going on between both of them real quick? I just want some clarification. It's like there's a little bit of a pause in the reversed Four of Pentacles because neither one of you are really looking back at the past anymore. You both want to definitely move forward in this reversed Four of Pentacles. There's definitely a dimensional shift happening between you both. Beautiful rainbow there. But everything's kind of black and white right now. So stay bold and rest. What other questions do you have, sweetheart? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna sneeze. Thank you, excuse me. Oh, I meant to type BRB, but as I went to type BRB, I sneezed. And I typed BRV instead. Well, wow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Those are his thoughts. Meow. Something about you made them feel like they could become tightly wound around your finger. Something about them felt very strongly attracted to you. Like they could have, if they could sit there and talk to you more, they would. Something about that in the Strength card. Nobody really cares. More strikes. But we're so sorry you're dealing with so much bullshit. Come back when you feel better. So, you ran into him. You knew him a while back. But definitely he sees that you have grown. There's something about you that has grown and they like what they see. They're seeing a version of you that they've always wanted to see. A version of you that they've always believed was there to be and see. And at one time they may have also felt maybe not so much in love as wanting to as wanting to take care of you because there's something they love about you. It's not that they're in love with the Emperor card as much as they love you or loved you and wanted to treat you well or give you something special or make sure you're taken care of. Some kind of energy like that, there's something about this person in the past where they didn't necessarily see the version of you that was true. It's like they only saw the version of you that they wanted to see, but after running into you again, they see this version of you, this, this true version, this true, like, authentic version of yourself. You know, your Emperor card here is also talking about how not just in the Strength card is showing your, you know, meow, beauty, with, you know, what growth, what power, what strength, but also they sense that authoritative power that you have claimed more in your life than maybe when you were, you know, maybe, you know, not as mature as you are now. You ran into a guy. So, yeah, that's the question. That's the answer about the guy. So, thoughts about seeing you was like, it's like an epiphany for them. Wow. Don't worry, they realize how judgmental they were. They're not that old version of themselves. They don't want to be, at least. What other questions do you have, sweetheart? Now, you must have been juggling a lot with that person. You had a lot of good creative ideas that you could have manifested with them at one point in time, but now it's just too much to juggle. It feels like too much of a struggle. But you still can have that version of the connection that you wanted with them in the past. You can have it with them now if you still want. Is Four of Cups a tarot card? Yes, dear. Hey, Emmanuel. Really depends on what your question is, dear. It really depends on the card itself. Maybe what deck it's from, maybe what's on the card. What your intuition says about what you think it means is going to be more important than, say, what a book actually says it means. Or what Google might say it means, okay? Thanks so much. I love my ears too. What other questions do you have, Yvette? How was Cancer feeling after we talked for a minute? He's very busy in the now. He's not looking too much at the future. He's not looking too much at the past. He's just focusing on the now. And he is quite a bit busy and turning his back on, like, things that don't serve him so much in this Eight of Cups. He did want to talk more to you and plans on talking to you in a more constructive, balanced, sensitive, and caring way when he gets more time. It's like he's just trying to wrap some things up before he gets wrapped up in things that are beyond his control with the coming holidays. But yeah, he is feeling like he wants to definitely talk to you again soon. I think he'd like to see you too. I think that's in the works. But remember, whatever it is that you want is going to be more important than what you think they want. the version of them that you're telling yourself they are, that is the version they will show up to you as. If you think someone's a bad person, then they're going to show up to you a bad person. If you think somebody is always loving, cherishing, and adoring you, they're always going to show up in this loving, cherishing, and adoring way. Even if you have your moments and you maybe have disagreements, you might end up seeing that which you never expected as well. But for sure, you know, take the time to expect what it is that you do want. What if everything did work out? Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I would imagine that he would be, that with his astrological sign being that of a Cancerian. Thank you so much, Yvette, for your payment. I appreciate it. I'm going to go AFK for a moment. If you can think of any other questions for your free reading, we can do that now, or you can come back at another time. I know Rain paid for a reading right after you, so he might like to also do his reading if he's awake and there. If not, just let me know, guys. I'm just going to take a 5-minute break. And yeah, fire's going. Oh, it's in there picky. I'll be right back. I'm back. Thanks so much for your patience. I appreciate that. Okay, you sent a message to a talent company and you want a call with, but maybe responded too late at the time I reached out again. Do you see the call being set up this time? Spirit, what does she need to know about that right now? Hey, Metal Rain, welcome back. Yeah, it'll happen in due time. Maybe within the next week, you'll be hearing something about that. But, don't be disappointed if you don't take it personally, if you don't hear anything back ASAP. Keep contacting them. Will Ileana move in before the end of the year, Spirit? Will Ileana move in before the end of the year with Metal Rain? Spirit says it's very highly likely in the Judgment card that you guys will communicate about this in the not too distant future. So yes, Metal Rain, you guys will talk about that pretty soon here. There is a new beginning coming. There's going to be a lot of hard work to get that taken care of and done, but it is definitely something that can happen. Spirit, will Ileana agree to rehab when she does move in with him? Spirit says, yeah. In the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, she's definitely looking towards smoother waters with you and smoother sailing in her life. She very much appreciates your kindness and your care and your willingness to juggle some of the things you do juggle as her friend in that King of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles. Spirit, financial outlook for December for Metal Rain. Spirit says you'll be very happy. And you'll be busy on Sundays, believe it or not. Don't let it get you down if it's been a bit slow. You can change that around with your thoughts. So just choose not to tell yourself that it's slow. You know, you always make more than enough money every day. Everything always works out in Metal Rain's favor, right? But you know, it's looking very good in the Sun card for an outlook in regards to your financial situation for December. So keep me updated, Metal Rain. Anybody else would like to get a paid reading, please feel free to go ahead and donate now, as I will be logging out here pretty soon if we do not get enough likes to do the spirit box. I will be skipping that tonight. Yvette, if you're still there. And you want to add another question, go ahead, Metal Rain. If you want to add another 3 questions, you can, or we can do the questions later. What do you need to know about the current energy surrounding your past relationship? We'll buy a reading, Raoul, and let's find out. Or does it say Paul? This is Raoul. That's what you need to know about it, Raoul, that you need to buy a reading and find out. I love this song, Meryl. This has always been one of my favorite songs since I was a little girl. Why is Janet Jackson so amazing? God, I love that song. You know, you're right. That is so fucking scary that you said that about LaToya. Like, did you see my face while I was kind of looking at it? Like, I was like, wait a minute. Is that LaToya, like, lip syncing to Janet? Like, I had to look at it for a minute. Why does everybody look like LaToya in that family? Scary. It's scary. Honey child, it scared the shit out of me. Every time I see that in them, it's like just stop it with the 10,000 faces, Jackson family. But her voice is undeniably beautiful. And she certainly has the best voice, that I feel, of all the singers from the Jackson family. And I just love her music. Like, her music is iconic. I mean, I know people are like, oh, you know, Jack White is a legend, but no, Janet Jackson is a legend, and Madonna is a legend, and Bob Dylan is a legend, and I know he would agree. Mariah Carey is a legend. Mozart is a legend. What's your question? I'm sorry, I only saw that you're doing your part. I only saw that I'm doing my part, are you? So sometimes in this chat, not all questions or things that we say to each other go through. So it's not that like anybody's trying to be rude, it's just that sometimes we might not see what you're trying to say because either YouTube restricts it or the chat's haunted, which everybody knows how haunted the chat is. I'm not just trying to like pull your leg. It'll censor anything from ramen noodles to eggplants. So you might be saying something that's relevant to you and we don't see it because YouTube is being a booger. Thanks so much for the like. I appreciate that. I know you might have felt that the White Stripes only had one hit, but that's actually not true. And the White Stripes deeply touched a generation or two or three or four, and are still touching a whole new generation today with new music and new songs. But I do understand what you mean by how it might be easy for one to say they only had, like, they were only had one hit, but I also feel like, you know, it might, you know, if it's a band that's, you know, your favorite band, and it's a band that's not your favorite band, you know, I think it just depends on what we know or maybe don't know about a band or an artist. But I do think that the White Stripes had more than just one hit. It just seems that, you know, topping themselves with the hit that they had, that still today people chant all over the world, especially at the sport events. That's the one we all most likely know of and remember, because it has become not just a national anthem for this country, but a international anthem for people all over the world. So it might feel like they only had one hit because of that song, but that's actually not true. Your favorite band didn't really have any hits. It doesn't matter if a band has any hits or not. What counts is how the music made you feel, how it may have changed your life, or that day you had when you were listening to it, or something to that effect. So if anybody would like to get a paid reading, now would be the time, as I am going to be ending the live soon. You would like to know the weather tomorrow? Look outside your window, darling. Maybe go outside, it'll be fun. That's your weather forecast for tonight, for tomorrow's forecast. Spirit says, make sure you carry your weather well. No whiny baby man or whiny bitchy woman shit either. It's Sunday. It's time to put on your big boy and big girl panties and have a good time. Or maybe take them off and have a good time. However you see fit. Oh my goodness, how many days did it rain in LA? No rain. I gotta figure out how to plug this in. Like, I wish I had Inspector Gadget arms, or I wish I could do it with my mind. Wish I could plug the spirit box into the wall with my mind. the way that I can command the universe. Hey, Chanas, get 7 out of bed. I'll be right back. Be right back, you guys. I'll be right back. I gotta plug this. Gotta plug this spirit box in with my mind. Don't forget to like the live and subscribe. So the more that you stay in the idea that you're in no contact, you're only creating that for yourself because that's what you're starting to believe. Or that is what you truly believe. So that is what reality is going to reflect back to you. It's like if I were to go put lipstick on in the mirror, right? It's going to reflect back in the mirror. This is the same thing you're doing by telling yourself you're in no contact situation. So focus on being in contact. Focus on being in communication with them, even if it's just a telepathic thing right now. Because they are picking up on your feelings and your emotions, whether you know it or not. And you are picking up on their feelings and emotions about you and life in general as well. Even if you don't know where they're coming from. Even if it feels doubtful, it's happening. But you gotta get out of your way. Maybe she's not capable of, maybe she's not capable of anything more, Metal Rain, right now. So, don't beat yourself up about it, okay? Sometimes I'm that way with some of the people I love the most. And I have to be, because I have to conserve my energy based on how I'm feeling physically and emotionally. You know, that way I'm giving them the, you know, always the best version of myself that I can give them. Nah, nobody fakes an elbow wound. I think you're just being a little bit insecure. Okay? There's no point in being insecure about it. It's a waste of your energy and a waste of your time and a waste of your vibe. Alright, let's see what this spirit box has for us tonight. Spirit, what's your name? So who do you want to raise their hand, Spirit? What? Who looked like the progeny? Huh? Aw, thanks so much for talking to us, Spirit. We appreciate that. What the fuck is going on? Welcome back to the haunted house. How many spirits are there with us now? How many spirits are in the spirit box with us now? Would you like to share with us your name? My name is Stormy. Can you tell me your name, Spirit? How many are with us now? Please touch the REM pod if you're with us to show us your presence. Molly really likes Hasbin Hotel. We watched it together a couple times. If there's any spirits with us now, could you please touch the REM pod? Or say hello to us in the spirit box. I'm actually a mystic. Satanist? No, but everybody's welcome. Whether you're a Christian or Satanist or Buddhist or Scientologist or Baptist or Catholic or Protestant or Muslim or Jewish or whatever. Hebrew. Is that what you are, Spirit? Are you Hebrew? Do you speak Hebrew? Do you speak... Are you Greek? Do you speak Greek? Are the spirits with us now? Are they... or were they Israelites? Or have you experienced religion in your awakening on the other side, in your transformation? Metal Rain would like to know maybe when you were alive. My name is Stormy, and Metal Rain and I and people in the chat come here in respect to remember you and to learn from you, to know you. We'd like to know more about you. Spirit, are you happy? Are you happy with your spirit life? We're talking to the spirit box. Hello. Hello, my name is Stormy. What's your name, Spirit? Are you a spirit? Would you like to chat? Thanks, I think you're wonderful too. Send in the clowns. God, I love that song. Such a beautiful song. Well, you know what they say. Everybody's walking a fine line between Jeffrey Dahmer and Buddha. So which one are you? Oh, your gods are stronger than my pussy riot? Okay. Alright, brother. Pretty sure I've seen more blood than you ever will. Come back when you feel better. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the haunted house. If anybody has any questions for the spirit box, please feel free. Bozo the Clown, if you'd like to channel Homie the Clown, I'm pretty sure he's somewhere there. Which state am I from? The one that makes me the happiest. That's the state I like to be in. Spirit, if there's any spirits there that have ever lived a life here on Earth as a human being, could you please make yourself scene. Could you please show your presence to us tonight? By either touching the REM pod, you can even play songs on the REM pod. You can change. I'm going to show how you can change the colors on the lights. I don't know if you... What, Spirit? Could you say that again? Did it just say no? Lottery. You've already won. What are you talking about? Look, what state of mind are you in about winning anything at the end of the day? Does it feel natural to feel like a winner? So there's no when would you win the lottery, because you've already won it. There's already a reality where you've won it. It's just that you refuse to believe that you are this winner of anything. So you probably never win anything. But that doesn't mean that you can't change it. Because you desire to win the lottery. You already have. Am I from Oregon? God, no. Thank God. But I do enjoy making orgonite, which was actually discovered, orgone energy was discovered in Oregon. So that's why they call it orgone energy or orgonite. Some people look at it like it's just a pseudoscience. But I really feel that it's definitely an energy that can be tapped into if you know how to tap into it. If anybody would like to get a paid tarot card reading, they only start at $6. Get $6, 6+ minutes, 6+ cards. Every reading is buy one, get one free. I'm probably from the most unexpected state in the world. But I'm going to let you keep on guessing because it's fun. You know, I tried to run away from home to Oregon once. So there we go. Maybe a little part of me is from Oregon. Yeah, I'm a runawayer at heart. I never did achieve running away from home, though. I do have loved ones who are from Oregon, though. And they would travel back and forth cross country. They would backpack. And whenever they would come back home to Boston, they would stay with us. And I loved hearing about their stories, and still do. And I also cherish the stories that I have with my friends from Oregon. But no, I'm not from Oregon. Spirit, are you still with us? And if you're still with us, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Spirit? I've come tonight to speak to you, to know you and to remember you. I come here in respect with my friends in the chat tonight on YouTube. We would like to know you more. We'd like to know you better. We'd like to remember you. Maybe you could help us know more about you. Maybe there's something that you wish to convey to us, wish to share with us, wish to tell us. Maybe there's a soul out there that would like to share something about themselves with us. You can hear my voice. always find it interesting when we tap into something on the other side of the spirit box that can actually complete a whole entire sentence. If anybody would like to get a paid reading, it would be a good time to go ahead and get one out. I am going to end the live pretty soon and turn off the spirit box. If you have a question for the spirit box, please feel free to ask. If there's a spirit that can hear my voice or see me, please let us know. You can touch the REM pod. You can say something into the spirit box. I don't really know how to tell you how to say anything into the spirit box. Do you have any messages, Spirit, for anybody in the chat tonight? I believe in me. I believe in you. That's what I believe in. If you have any questions for the spirit box, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. The spirits are smart. They can read. They know what you want to ask. Spirit, do you want me to play you a song? So the spirit box is probably, I mean, the REM pod's probably just going off because my t-shirt brushed up against the edge of it. I'm just gonna show this comic because it's so cute. And would probably make a ghost laugh. Spirit, you got any funny jokes you want to share? Got any dad jokes? You know, retard isn't even really a real word. It's just another fake word like pork. It's just some word that was invented to desensitize you from the reality of what the true meaning is behind being different, like a shaman or a mystic or you know, somebody who sees a little bit more deeply into things than maybe others do. I'm calling forth any spirits that maybe want to communicate with us tonight. Are there any spirits who have been with us here before? I'm going to use the liminal space deck to pull some cards to see if we can get any direct messages from our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. So if any of the cards resonate, take the message with you, leave the rest behind. Maybe you're going to want to take with you what doesn't resonate because maybe it will resonate in the not too distant future. Remember, there is really no future, there's only now. The past is not coming back. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides, or any spirits that may be there on the other side of the spirit box. Any spirits that may be listening, if there's any messages that you have for us that you'd like to share through the spirit box or through the liminal space deck that I'm using right now. Or maybe you'd like to touch the REM pod and show your presence with us. Maybe you'd like to turn a light off or turn a light on. Maybe show yourself through the doll. So, an answer but not the solution. Down in the river, my God has spoken. 11:11. So I feel like these cards are very prominent in telling you messages from, you know, beyond, you know, maybe what you would expect. An answer but not the solution. Are you looking for a solution for help, Spirit? Are you looking for a solution for some kind of help? Spirit, we just had 11:11 portal. Do you have any messages for us about these cards here tonight? An answer but not the solution with the maze. It's like life is like was life like a maze for you? Is being on the other side like a maze for you? Do you feel like there's some kind of solution that you're looking for in regards to this maze that you are stuck in? Do you feel like you're in a death loop? Can't really understand you, Spirit. Could you speak up, please? Well, that's interesting. So when we put these messages together, we've got an answer but not a solution down in the river. My God has answered 1111. An answer but not a solution. An answer but not the solution down in the river. Not the solution down in the river. My God has spoken. So I feel very called to share this song by Alison Krauss called Down to the River to Pray. So Spirit may very well be saying that the solution to some of your problems that you have answers for but not solutions to solve just might be prayer. So how are you praying? How are you praying to whatever it is that you pray to? Do you pray to God? Do you pray to yourself? Do you pray to nature? Do you pray to the Mother Goddess? Do you pray to many different gods and goddesses of the light or dark sides or neutral sides? Do you pray to Satan? Do you pray to angels? Do you pray to Allah? What do you pray to? And whatever it is that you pray to, even if you don't believe in anything and you're just maybe agnostic or atheist and you know the dirt's outside. You know ashes to ashes, dust to dust. You are that dirt. You are nature. You are organic like the trees and the nature outside. So pray to it, whatever it is that you feel is your creator, and talk to it as if it's your best friend for that solution that you're looking for. I feel like if there's anything that Spirit would want to say through the Spirit box tonight, it would be that sometimes I have to channel these messages for them when I can, because sometimes they're not always able to communicate it for themselves. Okay, you're gonna visit me and go fishing. All right, that's fine. I might not fish back, but oh, was that some music from a radio on the other side, Spirit? Are you at a party, Spirit? You want all the demons to come out of that box? Well, I'm sorry, sweetheart. They're very content here, so there's not going to be too much of that kind of demons and devils rant and spell chant kind of thing. You know, that's laid back, nice and easy shit here. That's interesting. I wish you could say that a little bit more clear, Spirit. I'm going to turn you up a little bit. You know what year it is, Spirit? I'm going to just start asking some of the spirits that we have talked to before in the past. Pee Wee Herman, are you there? Pee Wee Herman, if you're there, could you please say hello to us? How's your job going with intake of children and loved ones and friends and family on the other side? Hey, Frank and Dad.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed soon.
It's 3 o'clock.
Yes, it's 3 o'clock.
What did the master? Or is that?
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I think she got an eye open.
Okay.
Go on to bed.
All right. Good night, Frank and Dad. I love you.
Right.
Sweet dreams when you get there. So tonight's special is the buy one get one free. If you'd like to get a tarot card reading, that means that any reading that you purchase is buy one get one free. If you can't do your free reading after you do your paid reading, you can always come back later and cash in your free reading. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat. I can help you with love, career, money, family, protection, soulmate, twin flame. You can also request to have the spirit box available when you do your paid readings. Every reading is only $1 per minute. That means that if you get a $6, an 1111 love reading, a $20 or a $30 reading, it's $1 per minute. So you paid for 30 minutes or 20 or 10 or 12 or however much the readings are. That's how many minutes you get plus one card. So if you get a you get a $6 reading, you get 7 plus minutes, 7 plus cards. You can ask up to 3 questions, whichever comes first. Hey Midwest, hey Manic, hey Grayman, it's good to see you're still here. Okay, right on. I'm not sure why it timed out your I Pray in Solitude thing, but it's okay. Oh, Peter. I don't do sex questions, so I'm sorry. If you'd like to ask a different kind of question, that's fine too. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm fan-fucking-tastic, darling. How are you? No timings, no health, no legal, financial, no pregnancy questions. This isn't Madam Stormie's DNA testing. No exam passes, no school pre-K to 12K university success questions, no interview success questions, no end of time questions, don't ask me when you're gonna die, no cheating questions, and sex is not for free. So no sex questions. Spirits, have you been here before? Is the little girl buried under the house with us? What about Michael or Catherine? Mattman, if you've got the night, please touch the REM pod. Hey, welcome back to the Chammy. Nice to see you guys. How are you tonight? Peter, I don't think that you're here to genuinely engage with the chat or buy a reading. I think that you're just here because you need somebody to talk to. Because you're the weirdo drunk. Sorry you're having a rough night. I hope it gets better for you. I'm sorry that you can only get head from your sister or your mother or whatever. I hope someday that you truly find, you know, sexual liberation and freedom from that which does not serve you and your mental wealth. So dreaming about somebody being in doorways can very well mean that you, yourself, subconsciously are looking to have some kind of liberation from maybe the confinement you have in your own home and your own space where you dwell. And quite possibly the only reason that I'm there is because I'm just mental garbage in the background. Spirit, how many people are in the chat? How many people are really in the chat? Is there anybody you'd like to give a message to that might be in the chat tonight? If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It will talk to you. It's just quiet now because we're not really talking to it. Thank you, Metal Rain. You're awesome too. When are we going to do readings again? I'm kind of feeling a bit antsy about it. Hopefully again soon. Did you say December 3rd? Your home is empty most of the time. How much for a career read? Readings start at $6, Goldilocks. You can ask up to 3 questions. You get 6+ minutes, 6+ cards. Whatever comes first. Give you a chance. Honey, I don't give anybody a chance, not even myself. Join the club. A private consultation. A Private conciliate. What? Oh, come on, you're just being silly. I know 3 bears, grizzly, polar, and koala. I know the 3 little bears too. Okay, Kimbo, that's fine. Thank you so much for your payment. Yeah, I could give you a reading for your career. I would love to do that. That would be so much fun. Would you like me to keep the spirit box on, or would you like me to turn it down? I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards that I feel called to use. Of course, I always have my Golden Girls because that's my main deck. I don't know if you're... Wow, it just said a whole sentence. That's so interesting. I guess I'll just, if you want me to keep the spirit box on, Goldilocks, I will. If not, I can always turn it down. Whatever you wish. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to pull the cards that I feel I need to pull for your reading that I feel called to use. I don't know if you're familiar with the Golden Girls TV show, but that's the main deck that I use. There's just something about those women and that TV show that I just feel like comfortable with and relatable to. I know it's really weird to like be using a deck like that, but I don't know, to each their own, I guess. Please remember, this is not a tarot channel. I'm an artist and musician. I do the live tarot readings as well as I do live music on the live streaming to put food on the table. So I appreciate your payments for the readings. I'm just here trying my best to take care of my dad and I and our dogs. Spirit, I'm calling forth Goldilocks' most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Goldilocks need to know about their career, life in general? Thanks, John. Spirit, what does Goldilocks need to know about their career and life in general? What is the most important thing that their most trusted and strongest spirit guides want them to focus on now? Okay. This is pretty heavy. This might get a little bit heavier than we expected. I'll try to be gentle. I promise. I'm gonna go ahead and set up your timer now. So you paid $15, that's fine. I'll give you 16 minutes. I still do the $15 readings. They used to be sexual magical tarot card readings. But I stopped doing those. Spirit, I'm calling forth their most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Can you please clarify this witness and grief card for Goldilocks? Witnessing the grief. All right. You may have been feeling that you're on a bit of a hell train with this career thing. You may have been a little bit doubtful in regards to the success, like The Spirit's asking you, what does success look like to you? Is it discipline? Is it dedication? Is it determination? Or is it just nothing but discord? Spirit says you're supposed to have fun with this career thing that you're doing. You know, because the more that you're having fun doing what you love, the less it's going to feel like a job. The less it's going to feel like a drag. And stop looking to others in regards to what they're doing to base your success on that in regards to the Burn the Idols card. You have Blanche Devereaux here as the devil. I don't keep the devil in any of my tarot decks except my Golden Girls deck because the devil is Blanche Devereaux. A woman I can very much relate to because we are both from the same place. And even though we're not from the same time, we are both Southern, and I understand this devil deeply. This devil is wrapped up in somebody who is not only wise, has tact, finesse, and they're hot and spunky and fun, but they're also wrapped in this mysterious blanket of sexual promiscuity to the point where, you know, she's stunted a little bit in a stalemate situation where it's always like, I feel like this is really taking you beyond your career, which was, you know, the energy of you feeling like, oh man, this is, I'm not really going anywhere with this. But once again, you have to understand you're witnessing the transformation of whatever the career is, the career goals are. You are, but you've got to stop basing your success on maybe what other people's success look like to you. What Spirit wants you with this reverse Six of Wands to talk to yourself about what would success look like to you. Because you can have your cake and eat it too. But this is also talking a little bit about your love life, your sex life, the passion, the intimacy that you're looking for in your life. You know, you're kind of getting in the way of yourself just a little bit. But it's okay. Because this card is also, the devil is showing up to you in the Blanche Devereaux energy because you are supposed to be focusing on more on what your truly authentic, fun nature is in this journey that you're taking in your career, your life, your love story, your mental wealth, your spiritual journey. Spirit, can you clarify a little bit more about this Grief and Witness card before we get into reading the Grief and Witness card? So it's not that I'm ignoring anybody else that might be chatting while I'm doing a reading for Goldilocks. I'm just trying to focus in on what's important here, which is their reading. We have about 12 minutes left, so if you have any questions, Goldilocks, please feel free to ask. Oh, I'm not worried about it, Goldilocks. It's fine. You paid what you paid. It's fine. So Spirit's letting you know life is beautiful, life is meaningful, and to keep looking up towards the sky. The sky is not the limit. You are the limit. What are your limits? Spirit's asking yourself, maybe you need to write a little note to yourself to remind you of how beautiful life is and how meaningful it is. Take some time to maybe write yourself a love note or your future self a love note. Maybe somebody who means something to you. Whether it's past, present, future, whether it's a lover that's here now or from the past. Maybe it's a loved one who's passed away. Maybe it's a pet who's passed away. Okay, if it's somebody who's passed away and crossed over onto the other side, write the letter and burn it in a safe place, in like a safe, burn safe dish, so they may receive the letter on the other side. If you have a letter you want to write a pet, you know, address it to a loved one on the other side or your pet on the other side, knowing that something or someone will convey the message. Okay. Or maybe there's a loved one that you have that's still alive and you want to write them a note or a letter so that someday when they cross over, they will get this letter from you when they arrive to the other side. I'm a death doula, so I'm bringing this up because the life is beautiful, life is meaningful card, I feel, and the Sky Daddy card together when this comes up really makes me feel like it's important to let somebody know that their communication level is so far beyond what they might believe. You're far more powerful than you really understand, I think. And I just want you to understand like that, and that your most trusted and strongest spirit guides want you to understand that. So if you don't know anything about the Golden Girls, maybe just get on YouTube and Google the Golden Girls and watch a couple of the scenes or a couple of the skits. It's mostly just comedy, satire, but all four women have a very special role that they played in their stories. And I feel like I would just, it's important for you to understand this card, even though it's the devil. This is a card that's showing up that's saying, no matter if you're focusing on the career, the life, the love, the journey, you got to make sure to have some kind of fun. Even if it's just a quick slice of cheesecake every day. If you're having the worst day ever, do something comforting to comfort yourself through that, worst time, that downtime. Now let's go ahead and get into the Power Spirit deck cards. That would be a cute tarot deck, chicken, the robot chicken. So the first card was grief. You may be not so much experiencing grief right now. You might be witnessing other people's grief that you're not experiencing. You may also subconsciously be experiencing grief you're not realizing that you are. I don't know right now. This is only the beginning of us communicating about your life in general. We don't know how far this will go. It might get into grief counseling sessions. It might not. But Spirit's wanting you to work on that grief. Maybe do a little bit of soul searching so you can purge some of that grief. So that you can heal from some of that grief and witness more beauty than maybe the grief that you have witnessed could be witnessing. There's so much grief going on all around the world right now. So you might not be experiencing, say, what's going on with Ukraine or Russia or America or some other thing that's going on in your city, your town, or your state or country. It might not be directly happening to you, but you're witnessing it, so you're experiencing that trauma in some way. And Spirit's saying you've got to purge it. You've got to purge that. Oh, thank you, Stargazer. I love that song by Mother Love Bone. So let's just take a quick look. It is fall where I'm at. You're in Australia, so it must be spring or summer. I think the time changes in that way. With nature, when it's winter and fall here, it's spring and summer in the South Pacific. But as the leaves change, as the time changes, as the wheel turns of life, you will experience grief naturally. It's actually kind of a miracle. Life is a miracle, death is a miracle, grief is a miracle because of how it can transform you. So let this grief transform you. I don't know what this grief is. You might already know what it is. You might not know what it is. You might be able to tap into the grief through the kind of dreams you're having because of how your subconscious works. So there are 7 stages of grief. Maybe ask yourself, what is it that you might be experiencing regarding any kind of grief that's been going on that's attached to the career, the job, the love, the life, the spiritual journey, the anything that means something to you in this beautiful and meaningful life that you've been sent here to experience and have fun with, okay? For some of the first stages of grief are like, shock, denial, anger, bargaining, and you'll go through a lot of these different stages before you get to acceptance. And then even sometimes after you get to acceptance, you'll be derailed and right back in shock again. So you have to ask yourself, you know, what state of mind do you want to be in? And what is it going to take for you to get there? And how will you get there in a happy, healthy, and harmonious way? So let me go ahead and read these 2 cards to you. We've got about 5 minutes. So if you have any questions about this reading or any other questions you'd like to add that you'd like me to ask, please feel free. So once again, here's the card. It's grief. Number 19, maybe the number 19 means something to you. Maybe 9 and 1 together, the number 10 or 1 means something to you. Direction west or the color black might have some kind of meaning to you, but grief deepens you, allowing you to explore the perimeters of your soul. Okay? Grief is only a gateway to certain levels of your consciousness, and it is a hard taskmaster. Through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side: anger, pain, abandonment, terror, loneliness, aspects of the sacred wound that we usually try to ignore in our daily lives. So Spirit's saying, no more ignoring the wounds that you might be experiencing. If you don't have anyone to talk to about them where you are, you know, come here and chat with us. There might be someone here that will. Leave a comment, and maybe I can respond and help in some way. Okay? Now, witness. You know, you've got to purge some of this grief so you can witness more of the better times of your life. All right, card number 44. Maybe the number 4 means something to you. Direction east, color yellow. Live in your sacred witness. You know, purging that grief is going to help you live in that sacred space, that sacred place. Where that inner place of silence and peace dwells. It's going to have more Zen moments. It's going to have more moments of focusing in on what's important regarding that career. But Spirit says, you know, you're witnessing the things that you are witnessing only to make your journey and your career better. You know, releasing things that didn't serve you in the past regarding your career especially. If somebody's told you that you're talentless or that you don't deserve what you have, or that you're never going to have what you want, that's all a lie. The only thing that truly matters is what you tell yourself. The only thing that truly matters is what you are witnessing within yourself. Because every reaction and action that you have to your feelings and emotions is going to reflect back to you, just like the shadow of this stone and this person standing here. It's what you're telling yourself about your career, your life, your love story in general. This is what's going to reflect back to you, Goldilocks. So your grief, you know, the anger, the pain, the abandonment, the terror, the loneliness, this is all stuff you've got to just let go of. It doesn't serve you anymore. You were sent here to have fun. These are all different aspects of our daily lives. Taking sacred witness to even experience anything that's joyful or even scary. I mean, that takes mad intuition to go through. Spirit says, grief forces you to acknowledge those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you can look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. If you can look at grief with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. The seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of grief. What is lost can come back to us again in higher ways. And that is very true. Maybe there's a relationship that you wanted with somebody. Wish it. Did it just say wish it? Maybe there's a relationship that you wanted with somebody in the past and it didn't work out, but it can work out. You can still work it out. Whether they're an ex or somebody that was like the one that got away. Maybe things didn't work out with the career path that you wanted to take. But that doesn't mean that you aren't creative enough, okay, or mature enough, or smart enough, or talented enough, or old enough to take it on. People might be telling you you're too old to take it on. Age is just a chronological way of keeping track of how long something's been on the earth. So, the seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of your grief. What is lost can come back to us again in higher ways. So, You know, maybe an ex will come back to you in a better way than you could have ever imagined, especially if you wipe away that old love story clean. Same with your career. A better opportunity coming in for you because it's just better for you, and that's what was supposed to be than what maybe you expected. Sometimes our manifestations, our desires, our dreams, they come in a form and in a way that maybe, you know, we didn't quite expect, because they were manifested far more beautiful than we could have ever imagined them. But Spirit says living in your sacred witness, and the witness card now is really in a place where you need to be observing and remembering the passages of your ages in time, like observing your milestones, patting yourself on the back for how far you've come, how long it's taken to come this far. What does success look like to you? Don't base your success on other people's success. If I sat around all day and I based my success on Lady Gaga's success regarding my music, I wouldn't be one of the best guitar players or singers in this country, because I'd still be trying to play piano like her, or I'd still be basing my talent on Elton John's talent, or some other artist that was like, that people find legendary and iconic. No. What is it that you find legendary and iconic about you, Spirit says? Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. Spirit's asking you a little bit closer to nature within regards to everything you have to ask about your life, Goldilocks. Thank you so much for your payment. If you want to do your free reading now, we can. Or you can come back at another time, and we can do your free reading at another time, Goldilocks. It's up to you. But thank you so much for your payment. Thank you so much, Meryl. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for your payment, Goldilocks. I appreciate that. Your timer just went off. So if you have any questions about this reading, please feel free to ask, or you can always email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. If you have any other questions you want to ask, we can do your free reading now, or we can wait and do it another time. If anybody else would like to get a paid reading, the best time would be to go ahead and do that now, as I am going to be ending the live soon. I've been here for quite some time. It's now 4 o'clock in the morning. I think I've been here since about, what, like 1:15 maybe? 1:30? Are there any last words that the Spirit Box would like to say to us before I close the Spirit Portal tonight? Thank you, Goldilocks. It was very kind and generous of you to make that donation to the channel tonight. I appreciate it. All right, great. Yeah, go take care of your puppy. I need to actually go cuddle mine. Where are they? I think mine are sleeping, or I would... Let's see, where are they? I'm gonna grab me a puppy. Are you awake? Yes, last call for readings. If anybody would like to turn in a free reading, or anybody would like to get a paid reading. Every reading is buy one, get one free. Manic depression is a frustrating mess. Yeah, I understand. That was interesting. The spirit box just suddenly became kind of talkative. You okay? Do you want to get down? Do you want to get down? Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Well, that's why I have the little dogs, you know, because when they shit on the floor accidentally, it just looks like a couple of, like, little peas or M&Ms on the floor, and it's so cute. How can I get angry? Just pick it up, clean the floor, keep moving on. But yeah, pit bulls are much bigger puppy poos than chihuahuas, that's for sure. I mean, a pit bull dump, I mean, that's gotta be the size of a sandwich or more. That's gotta be a pretty big log. Well, I guess the spirit box is pretty much, it probably is only going off because I touched it. It can't be going off because I have anything else, I don't think. What, Spirit? Is it cold there where you are, Spirit? Did you just say it's cold there? But Spirit, are you a musician? Do you hear my voice? Are you here now? What's your name? Hey, love. What, Spirit? Spirit, were you once a living being? Okay, then. All right. Were you female? I don't think that's Liz, no. How many spirits are with us now? Yeah, me too. I'm sad and sleepy. I'll be honest. At least I'm honest. Did it just say zombie? Did the spirit box just said zombie, yo? Meryl, thank you so much for the Sunday. I love a good Sunday. Aww. It is Sunday, you're right. You gotta talk to Ghost. Hey, there's Amelia Earhart in your kitchen. Okay, tell her I said hi. That's interesting that you said that about Amelia Earhart, because she said something about hummingbirds and their strength. And I always thought that that was interesting because I love hummingbirds. And we had one once, and its name was Sunday. And Meryl bought me a Sunday. So maybe that's a message that Sunday's okay. I hope so. Well, Spirit, it's 2025, and I just want to thank you so much for coming by to chat with us. Thanks for touching the REM pod. Thanks for saying whatever you've said in the spirit box that made no sense or maybe made sense to someone. Thanks for turning the light off. I see that it's off. Thank you, Meryl, for coming by and moderating. John, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Metal Rain, thanks for coming to hang out with us. Hey, Scott2737. Welcome to the Chammy. Hey, Magic Johnson. I don't think a lot of us can sleep either. Thanks anybody who maybe donated tonight. Goldilocks, Metal Rain, Yvette. I'll remember that you guys have free readings. I'll go ahead and note it right now. I know Yvette got her 4th question in, but she still has a few more questions, so I'll just note it for now. I'm sure someone will be happy to remind me later that they got free readings coming. And 15, okay. Who else came by tonight? Ari, thanks so much for coming by. It's good to see you, girl. Stargazer, thank you so much for your beautiful donation to the channel for $1.99. That was very kind and generous of you. Thank you, WNR5541, who sent the 100 for 2 jewels. I appreciate that. Like I said, thanks again, Goldilocks, for your donation tonight to the channel. I appreciate that. I believe in UFOs and ghosts, and I believe that we wouldn't talk about it if it wasn't real. You know, that's what makes sense to me. So any last words, Spirit Box, before I turn off the spirit? I'm going to go ahead and turn off the REM pod now, because I don't like to leave this equipment on when I'm, after I've turned the live off and I'm alone. I really do like to make sure that it's put away and it's all turned off, and I'm not sitting here alone like the thing, and it's trying to talk to me. What is Spirit Box? Bats 91939 wants to know, what is today's, yesterday's, tomorrow? Hey, Sean. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I can't see that far. Just, if anybody has any questions about spirituality, tarot cards, law of attraction, law of assumption, law of expectations, life in general, love, dating, no sex questions, please. No personal questions. Just if you need to know anything about any of these kind of things, or you have questions about this kind of stuff, magic, in general. I'm sure somebody here has an answer. Maybe it's something scientific or pseudoscience you might be interested in, like crystals or Reiki or what do you mean if I ever decide to come out with a paranormal? Like, what do you mean? I did put out a little trailer about my paranormal mini-series I'm putting out about the doppelganger I live with. It's just only me running the channel. You know, I don't have anybody else to help me, so I have lagged out a little bit on finishing up the mini-series. But I am working on it. My ghost hunting partner has been out of she's been out of the picture because she has been having a lot of surgeries this year to correct the problem she's having with a broken ankle that she had. And it happened a few years ago. She's been trying to recover from that, so we haven't really done anything with that this year. We haven't even done Estes methods because she hasn't been feeling good enough to. So if anybody else might want to do Estes methods with me, I'm more than open to trying the Estes methods with other people who might want to make that happen. or sharing that experience. I'm going to go ahead and turn the spirit box off now. I'll just take a moment of silence. And then I am going to do a free collective spirit message before I log out tonight. But I really do live in a haunted house and a creepy graveyard. I think there's more history for me to learn about, which I have during the time I've taken to do research for the paranormal miniseries I've been making for the channel over the last month. There have been many incidents in this house, in this neighborhood, in this area that have happened that have been unexplained for a very long time. And I'm actually having a really good time learning what I am learning about the history of the Cherokee, the history of the land, the history of the people who came here and settled here. It has been quite an interesting journey, I will be honest. So I'm very grateful to Fiona who recommended that I make that mini-series because, you know, I just wasn't sure people would be too interested in hearing about the creepy shit that happens to me, or even the creepy shit that doesn't happen to me, pardon my French. I just had never thought about it because it's like after living around hauntings for so long, it's kind of become, it's almost like I'm just like, it's like, you know that song where Pink Floyd sings like about being comfortably numb? It's really become like that. And sometimes I wonder, like, what's wrong with me? Like, is it okay that I'm feeling this comfortably numb with this situation, with this abnormal, paranormal experience I'm having? Day in, day out, whatever it might be. Now, it's never voices, okay? The only time I have heard what might be like another voice is like when I've had the mimic experience with my roommate, but then it just is mimicking what the roommate sounds like. So it's not like I'm hearing some kind of foreign, you know, and it's not like it's happened more than once or twice in the last 12 years, so. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming by tonight and hanging out with me. If you want to check out my music, please check out the StormieBleu Music is Sacred Instagram account. That's StormieBleu, Music is Sacred. Check out the music playlist I have here on YouTube, StormieBleu or StormieBleu Music Playlist. This is not a tarot channel. This is something far more wild and free. This is the channel of an artist and a musician. My message is my life. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Mwah, Kalanita. Sweet dreams, or have a good day whenever you get there, wherever you're going. Remember, wherever you go, there you are. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night we'll do it again tomorrow. I don't know, I might do 2 lives, might do an earlier one and then a late night, like I always usually do with Meryl and Meadow Rain. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the not too distant future. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, leave me some comments. I hope you get a chance to listen to my music. Music is sacred, and no prison will hold this movement down.